Every manager should fear the sack, some more than others. But while there are some gaffers who will feel indestructible, you're only ever one bad result away from the rumours of a departure emerging. So we're going to rank every Premier League manager in order of job security, from least likely to be sacked to most likely. I'm well aware I've set myself up for some hilarious YouTube banter comments about how I should be sacked because people like to say nasty things for no reason, but while we're on, I'm really not Alfie from HITC7s, I'm still James, I've been here from the start. We are two very different people from the north, except I'm a lot more north than he is. 20. JURGEN Klopp. The Liverpool manager can do no wrong right now. He won the Champions League last season, his side are currently top of the Premier League, 8 points clear, unbeaten with a win against current title holders Man City. Klopp has godlike status at Anfield, so much so that when I was there the other week there was a guy dressed as him. It wasn't even a match day, it was just a cold Tuesday morning in Liverpool. A lot would have to go drastically wrong for Klopp to get the sack. 19. Pep Guardiola. The Man City boss is equally as safe in his job as Klopp. Pep has made Man City a trophy-winning juggernaut, winning every domestic crown last season, resisting the incredible title challenge from Liverpool. That's a testament to how good City are. There's been cracks this season, but that's mainly down to injuries at the back rather than poor performance. If Laporte was fit, City would probably be closer to Liverpool. Either way, Guardiola is another manager who's pretty much unsackable right now. 18. Brendan Rodgers. Leicester are one of the biggest stories of the season so far, breaking into the top 4 and holding their own against the best, showing the kind of form that won them the title a few years ago. But this side looks a lot more sustainable, not one that will be ripped apart after a season of success. Rodgers has built a strong team since arriving last season and has seen his stock soar even more since his Celtic triumphs. There's no way Leicester will sack Rodgers unless things start to go drastically wrong. 17. Chris Wilder. Chris Wilder is Sheffield United through and through. He's taken the Blades from League One all the way to the Premier League and his side are currently 5th in the top tier of English football. There's no way Sheffield United could sack this man. He's built this team in his own image, no one could take it on and do a better job. Overlapping centre-backs? Which other manager does that? Wilder's job is safe as houses, even if they slide down the table, he's going nowhere surely. 16. Sean Dyche. Just like Wilder, Burnley is a team that is built on Sean Dyche's image. They play how he wants to play, they recruit players suited to his style of football, and they get results. Even when things weren't going right at Turf Moor, they stuck by Dyche, having ignored the chance to sack him after relegation a few years ago. It was a decision well made, as the Claret immediately returned to the top flight. The only way Dyche is leaving Burnley is if another club poaches him. 15. Eddie Howe. A hat-trick of untouchable mid-table managers. Like Wilder, Howe has been part of Bournemouth's journey up the Football League, as long as you ignore his brief spell as Burnley boss. Eddie Howe is Bournemouth Football Club, he's adored on the South Coast. The club play football like he wants to, and the only time there's been talk of Howe leaving is when bigger clubs have been linked with him. The Cherries wouldn't dare sack him, I think even if they went down he'd be safe, he'd have to pull the trigger himself. 14. Frank Lampard. Chelsea are doing brilliantly, so why is Frank Lampard's job not as safe as others? Well, Chelsea do love a manager sacking. We can't just ignore history, Chelsea don't do lengthy manager tenures. A few bad results and the pressure could mount, not Mason, on Lampard, despite his limitations and reliance on youth. Fortunately for him, everything is going right so far, and he should be Chelsea boss for years to come. 13. NUNO ESPIRITO SANTO. This is Nuno's 3rd season at Wolves, and he's pretty much part of the furniture at Molineux, playing a massive role in their recent resurgence. Money and George Mendes has played its part, but Nuno has built a great team that plays great football, guiding Wolves to the Europa League where they've impressed, while also refining their Premier League form in recent weeks. Nuno is a hero at Wolves and seems safe in the job for a good while yet. Number 12. Roy Hodgson. Retirement might be the only thing that stops Roy Hodgson. Why is he still going at his age? The bloke should be collecting his pension and doing a crossword, not managing in the Premier League. But he's done a sensational job at Crystal Palace, keeping them steady in the top flight with no massive danger of ever really going down. That's all you really need at Palace, so he's always going to be safe in the job as long as the retirement home doesn't come calling. Number 11. Daniel Farke. Norwich are struggling right now, a shadow of the side that beat Man City earlier in the season, so why is Daniel Farke so safe in his job? Well, there's a bigger picture going on at Norwich right now. Farke had a pretty bad first season at Carrow Road, but they stuck by him and are reaping the rewards right now. They didn't overspend over the summer, so they're not going to panic and sack Farke either. Number 10. Graham Potter. Potter took the leap to the Premier League this summer, swapping Swansea for Brighton, and he's shown flashes of excellence at the Amex. Brighton are playing good football and are certainly more attacking than they were under Chris Hughton, And the sacking of Houghton was harsh, which shows the Seagulls can be ruthless if they need to be, so Potter might have to worry if his side start to slide down the table into a relegation battle. For now though, he's doing alright. Number 9, Steve Bruce. If Newcastle fans had it their way, Bruce would be a lot further down this list, but when has public perception ever mattered to Mike Ashley? After a rough start, Steve Bruce was doing okay, meaning talk of Bruce out had subsided, with the Magpies putting 7 points between themselves and the relegation zone. Things would have to be absolutely desperate for Ashley to sack Bruce, but for now, things are going alright. Number 8, Dean Smith. He's the man who got Villa to the Premier League, and they're doing alright since returning, just teetering above the relegation zone after a few narrow defeats. Dean Smith is a boyhood Villa fan and has them playing better football, but Villa have sacked a lot of managers in years gone by, so if they're struggling to battle relegation in a few months' time, then Smith should worry, as the price of relegation is one the hierarchy at Villa Park will likely do anything to avoid. Number 7, Maurizio Pochettino. Tottenham aren't very good at the minute, in fact they're very bad, which has brought Maurizio Pochettino's future into the conversation. He previously looked untouchable in the Spurs dugout, but things have unravelled this season, with the side a shadow of their former best. Will Poch be sacked? I don't think Daniel Levy would dare, but the Argentinian looks a lot less safe than he did in Madrid on June 1st. Number 6, Quique Sanchez Flores. Javi Gracia was the first manager sacked this season, leading to Sanchez Flores returning to Vicarage Road. He's hardly turned things around though, only just picking up his first win of his second spell in charge. Watford managers don't hang around for long, but there are other managers more likely to get sacked before Flores, simply because he's only doing the job for a couple of months. That doesn't mean he's unsackable though. Number 5, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. How do you solve a problem like Manchester United? Well, sacking the manager is certainly an option, so Ole needs to sort things out at his end. There are bigger problems at Old Trafford right now than the manager, but the Norwegian has certainly been under pressure after a woeful start of the season, with the Red Devils already 9 points adrift of the top 4. They're just turning into an average team, like no one really cared when Bournemouth beat them the other week, it wasn't a big deal at all. Man United have shown since Fergie has gone that they're willing to sack managers, so Solskjaer will know that time is not on his side. Number 4, Marco Silva. Marco Silva is on borrowed time. It seems very unlikely that he'll be Toffee's boss next season, or if he'll even see out this campaign. The Colin Farrell look like it's had injury woes, but Everton are not where they should be with the money invested, and a lot of fans think that's down to bad management. A win before the international break has certainly relieved some pressure, but another defeat or two will really crank the pressure on Silva. Number 3, Manuel Pellegrini. A marquee appointment for West Ham in 2018, things have started to go wrong for the wily old Chilean. Pellegrini's team have looked desperate in recent weeks, resembling a pub team rather than a Premier League one. West Ham fans have seen enough from Pellegrini and don't think he's the man anymore, with some marquee signings unable to galvanise a West Ham assault on the top 6. They just seem more of the same, floating in mid-table with patchy form, and for that, Pellegrini might pay the price. Number 2, Unai Emery. Poor Unai Emery, the bloke looks absolutely distraught. The fans hate him, they hate his captain's now in exile and isn't the captain, the record signing can't do anything for love nor money despite costing 70 million quid, he's got 2 clowns at the back and he can't even get a result on a Wednesday afternoon in the Europa League when no one was watching. While Arsenal showed respect to Wenger and didn't sack him, they have no reason to treat Emery with the same level of dignity. Arsenal should act sooner rather than later, as it looks like Emery really wasn't the right man to fix this broken club. And number 1, Ralph Hasenhüttl. Is it really possible to bounce back from a 9-0 defeat? Southampton have tried, but all they've done is not lose by as many. Hasenhüttl's Southampton revolution hasn't taken off as many thought it would, and if anything they're getting worse. He's a physically demanding manager, so if he's not getting results now, will they ever improve? If the players aren't buying in, then a change needs to happen. Yet again, Southampton are destined for another relegation battle, and surely yet another managerial casualty. So that's every Premier League manager in order of job security from least to most likely to be sacked. Let us know who you think will be sacked next in the comments below. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.